Hello, my name is Joe Miller, the author of Advanced Deer Hunting, and today's video is about deer blinds. Notice I said a deer blind, not a deer stand. There's a difference. A deer stand is basically a ladder stand with a platform and little walls around it, and you're high up in the deer stand, but you're open to the elements. I love a deer stand, you know, but I really love a deer blind when it's cold and raining. Okay, because a deer stand, you're going to be miserable being cold and wet. Whereas a deer blind, you can kind of stay warm in here. Okay, plus the deer blinds give you freedom of movement. If you're in a deer blind for quite a long time, guess what? You're going to want to move around a little bit, slowly but surely. Just a little bit of movement. Okay, so let's talk about where do we put a deer blind. This is a two-person deer blind. A good parent, child. To take either your spouse or your child hunting with you, or maybe a friend. And it's nice to hunt with people. If you're going to have it here, a deer blind, you got to have good fields of fire. So notice we put it up on a hill. Okay, you see the hill here. So what are we looking at? What are our target areas? Well, you never know in deer hunting. Deer hunting, you think the deer are going to be down that way, but guess what? They could be over there. They could be over there. They could come in from behind you. That's deer hunting. That's why they call it deer hunting and not deer killing. Okay? So, what we're looking at, and Sean, if you can, my cameraman, my camera crew, Sean Francis. Okay, the first person in this seat over here, he's going to be looking down that power line. If you can get it without the truck, Sean. And that's his fields of fire. He has the power line, plus, again, in rifle hunting, this is being filmed in September. And November's rifle hunting here, November, December, and January. Well, guess what? All these leaves are gone, okay? It's all brown out here. So what are we going to see? We can see clearly in the woods, okay, any kind of movement. All right, so good fields of fire. The other person, the person sitting in that chair, okay, the deer blind, the far chair, they're going to see that feeder down there. Now notice we have the feeder. Well, I just did a video about it. But you can see it way down there, about 70 yards away, downhill. And we put a little orange deer tape on it, about a foot long. That way it's easy for us to spot. The deer don't notice the tape, because again it's orange. But we can, that way we're not having to like, where's the feeder? It's somewhere over there in the woods. Nope, we got it right there. Plus we have fields of fire cleared from the feeder all the way around. Now, notice how we did not cut down, this is important, from your deer blind, okay? Anything this tall, you leave up. You try not to cut that down. Why is that important? Because if you cut down things that are this tall and lower, the bucks aren't going to come in your area. They like thick stuff. So if you see here behind me, see all that thick stuff back there? All that thick stuff? That's where you're going to see your bucks. Okay, now during rut, they're going to be chasing the does. They come out in the more open area. Bam, we got them. Okay, now let's look inside the deer blind real quick. Follow me. Okay, because it's on a power line, you notice I put this here, a little reflector, that way no one hits it. So the steps, we made them separate from the deer blind, and this one. That way when we can move the steps. Now when I come in the deer blind, I want to take my rifle off, and normally I'd have a backpack. So I'd take my backpack off, rifle off, and I'd put them quietly slowly into the deer blind, okay? This is really important. No man-made sounds when you come into a deer blind. That's real important. Then you take your rifle, take it in the corner slowly, and then slowly put it here. See how quiet that was? Okay. Then you take your backpack, put your backpack next to you where it can't fall, and then you can take out your water, put your water here, any kind of deer scents, whatever. You've already put them out there. So now you're just ready. Sit here and relax and scan. Any sudden movements like this, the deer are going to see in that deer blind. So even though you're concealed, you still want to move slowly. And you're always scanning. You're not sleeping in deer blind, okay? You're out here to hunt, all right? Or don't do other things in the deer blind, all right? So you're here to hunt. See here, I got my call here, my deer call, either a buck grunt or a doe bleat, all right? And of course, I have my, anything else up here. Make sure you have nothing that smells, okay? If you bring any kind of food in the deer blind, make sure it's food that doesn't really give a big odor, okay? And if you're going to eat, again, do everything in slow motion, all right? That way, you don't have the sudden movement, you don't have the man-made sounds. I had one hunter, she couldn't figure out why she didn't ever see a lot of bucks. She saw a doe, but not a lot of bucks. Well, I hunted with her in a deer blind, and guess what? You know, she was taking her jacket with the Velcro or with the snaps and making noises with it, shifting around a lot, making noises that way. If you make noises in the deer blind, the bucks can hear it. You know, their ears are directional. See, our ears are not directional. They're stationary. Bucks' ears go like this. So if they hear a man-made noise, they can pinpoint where it is and they avoid the area. So again, you know, when you hunt a deer blind, everything is in slow motion. Okay, keep that in mind. Whatever you do is slow motion. No talking, or if you're going to talk, make it a little bit of a whisper. Okay, make sure that cell phone, that smartphone, is on mute. Very important. Don't sit there and look at your phone when it's dark outside and the phone gives off a lot of light. Okay, wait till it gets light and then look at your phone. And then scan. And then glance at your phone again. And then raise up and scan again. And then that way it keeps you awake. But don't focus on your phone while you're in a deer blind. Okay? All right, so the deer blinds are great. They're great because they really help with your scent, with your sound, and with your sight. Plus, they're great as far as like bad weather. You know, we do have some cold, wet days out here in the woods. So I highly recommend, if you don't have a deer blind and you're deer hunting, get one. They're great for rut and gun season. Again, my name is Joe Miller, the author of Advanced Deer Hunting. So I hope you enjoyed this video and learned a few things. God bless and good hunting.